Good afternoon. Thank you so much for taking time with me today. My name is Diana Turney, and I'm full-time faculty at Clackamas Community College, and I teach in the Small Business Development Center. It's really a privilege to work with people just like you. I appreciate making some time for me to meet with you today and go over a couple classes that we have coming up, and they are specifically designed for you as a contractor. But before we go there, there's a couple things I'd like to start out with, and it's why this program has been designed for you. We think that Kathleen does an awesome job of providing training to you and getting you ready to take the exam and a large percent pass. We have spent years helping people develop the skills and delivering the training to make that possible. We value you, and this is an investment of your time and your money. And we are very proud of you also that you are willing to come today and do the right thing. And this weekend, you've learned a great deal, I'm sure. Being a contractor is a lot more than just coming to work every day. There are many aspects to it. But the one aspect that I think is common for everyone is simply this. You have to ask yourself, why did I do this? And I think it can be defined as right there, the dollar sign. You wanted to make more money. You wanted to be able to improve and take home more. You feel you're experienced and you're ready for this next step. We'd like to come along beside you and help you succeed in that regard. And so the first class that we developed after working with hundreds and hundreds of you is something called record keeping and estimating. We include a marketing component in this class as well. It is intended for construction contractors. And at this time, it is delivered in a virtual medium, and you can watch it anytime over a weekend. The portal is open for you to watch the class, and then you have some questions at the end to make sure you've learned the content. We certainly are happy to meet with you one-on-one after you have reviewed the materials and listened to the training. It is 8 hours, but again, you can pause and come back as you need to. But you have that one weekend. We give you the instructions on the form, and it should be included in your packet of information toward the back on how to register for the upcoming class. They tend to be held at the end of each month. We know that contractors are coming into the field every month, and so we have this class. Perhaps you're not able to come this next month. No problem. We'll have it again the following month. So what do we do in this class? And here's some of the high-level things that we do. We make sure that you understand the documentation that the CCB is going to require. In fact, we help you fill out your application and get ready to go to apply. That's already been done following this training that you do. But then there's a whole series of documents outside this that the CCB requires. We make sure you're comfortable and confident with those. And then we go to your favorite topic, and that's how you're paid. We go through the various elements of it and make sure that you understand the various formula components that ensure you get paid what you deserve to be paid. We help you navigate basics of bookkeeping, like how to enter revenues. We even give you a spreadsheet that you can fill out. It's in Excel, Microsoft Excel. While you can open it in Google Docs, it doesn't print well in Google Docs. So we do recommend Microsoft Office when you get the documents and open them for this class. They are going to be something you can continue to use. Be sure and download these documents. After the class date closes, you will not be able to go back in and open these documents. So you're going to want to download them all as part of your class training. You'll also want to record cost of goods sold. And what are they? It's your materials, your contractors, and all the direct costs that made it possible for you to earn that income as a contractor. We also go over general administrative expenses that you didn't think about, perhaps insurance and a bond, advertising expense, office expenses, your travel, and so on. We go through what those are and help you get comfortable with how to class items. Why does that matter? Because the IRS says you have to tell us by category the expenses of your business. So we make sure we match the IRS. We help you understand the difference between assets, in other words, what you own in your business, And then we move to liabilities. That's money that you owe other people. And another favorite section, equity, is what you own in your business. Taxes seem to be a little difficult for some folks. We go over those as well to help you understand how to set aside and not have a surprise at tax time, and how to do your estimated taxes and prepare for those quarterly deposits. They're not optional. They have to be done. Job costing. That's really where it's at in your business. If you do not properly cost your jobs, you will not be in business long. It's been sad to see over the years, but we have seen contractors, 9 out of 10 fail. And I'm not exaggerating. 9 out of 10 fail within the first 3 years, and typically the first year. So it seems kind of like a peak, doesn't it? Only 1 makes it out of 10. Those are terrible odds. But if you take this class, you continue to work with your counselors. We certainly have people attending today from many different centers, and we're delighted to have you. Counselors in other centers can help you learn the basics of your business and how to operate it. Stay in touch with them, and we look forward to turning that upside down, where 90% make it. And that has been our average here. You do much better when you stay associated with the small business development centers. It takes time, just like it took time in your business to gain the skills that you have. We're asking you to go just a little further and invest in your business. We also go over the basic marketing materials. You will learn you need to spend about 20% of your time marketing your business, what works and what doesn't. And we share a lot of ideas that other contractors have found that really launch their business successfully. While many of you probably have 2 or 3 or 4 perhaps jobs lined up and you're ready to go as soon as you get licensed, let me explain what's after that. It looks really bright when you have a few started, but keeping that filled so you have people ready to work with you is what's going to determine if you stay in business. We then work on estimating. Not only do you do job costing, but really, what is estimating? Whether you do siding or concrete, or you're an HVAC contractor, an electrician, remodeling or new construction, roofing, all of the various trades, we've worked with you extensively. And we've developed a tool that makes it easier for you to estimate and make sure you're charging enough and you're going to be in business next year and the year after, instead of pricing your job such that you basically lose your business. You don't charge enough. I've had people come to class. It's like they're on 911 life support and say, what do I do? I'm doing something wrong. We'd like to help you avoid that. And so you'll find this will be available to you. So that's coming up every month, and we sure look forward to having you in there when you're ready for this class. We think it'll help you a great deal. The next class, and the final one that I'll go over, it's called Small Business Management. It was built specifically for you as a contractor. We know that you face many things every day. As you get into this new business, a lot of contractors think, yay, I have now passed my CCB, pre-licensure. I'm ready to go to work. Not quite. You are going to have to submit the application, make sure you get that insurance and bond lined up. And if you don't fill out the form correctly, you could find your waiting months. I had a woman recently that she started last July, and she finally came to me in May and said, I'm having such a hard time. I can't get it right. They keep telling me I'm missing something. I don't know what. We don't expect you to go through that, and we're here to help you. There is no charge for us to help you do your application. So we'll help you complete it if you bring the information and come to your appointment as scheduled. You're going to need to learn more about construction contracts, quotes, what to do in terms of a change order, those 3 required notices. All of those are provided in the class I just mentioned, but we practice them in this class that we call Small Business Management. So marketing techniques. If you can't market your business, you're not going to have a pipeline for sales. We jump right in and help you on that, and managing your relationships with your customers. This class goes for an entire school year, and we know that. You may say, well, when does it start? Well, it starts in October. You can join anytime because we'll start you right where we're at and take you through in kind of a circular flash until you get to all the components of your plan. And through one-on-one coaching, we can continue to meet you where you're at in your business. This has also been a very popular class for folks because it qualifies for continuing education credit. And it's actually 30 hours of continuing education, more than enough to meet your requirements for residential. And I have other classes. We can help you get there for your commercial license renewal as well. So you see a lot of great topics working with subcontractors. Wouldn't it be great to have a checklist to make sure you didn't miss something with a subcontractor, or a checklist in working with the homeowners and contracts? All those are part of this class. We go through construction drawings and reading construction symbols to make sure that you understand what's expected of you. And we share a lot of tools that you can look at in your own time. Perhaps software that you would like to begin using in your business to make it easier to do the various processes that you have to keep track of. We work heavily again on estimating, a key topic, and we talk about many phases of it. We also move into loans and financing. As your business begins to grow, you're going to need equipment and more expensive tools. And we help you navigate that process and make sure you're not paying too much. I was saddened the other day. I had a contractor that came to me and he signed one of those loans that the lender was charging 36%. What a mistake. How can you stay in business and pay that kind of interest on a loan? We worked diligently to get it where he was not paying that kind of interest anymore and something more reasonable, but it meant some steps that he needed to take, and we went through that. We go through taxes, hiring employees, and the things you need to keep in mind. And we also look at contracting. If you'd like to work with municipal, state, or federal contracts, we'd like to share with you ways to get into that type of business if you'd like to go there. And then we look at how you can be a fully functioning contractor and move to the next level in your business. So how does the class work? We meet virtually. We meet on the first and third Wednesday of each month. And then we meet in the evenings from 6:30 until 8 p.m. And we have a Q&A session. Also, the folks in our class can look forward to one-on-one time working with the instructor, of which I'm the instructor. And we do so much. I have a lot of very successful businesses because they've been willing to put in the effort and the work. So we meet you where you're at, and we're happy to help you build up that tool belt that you're going to need in business that's more than just the skills you have today. I have no doubt you're a very talented craftsman or craftswoman. Good for you. And you've honed those skills over the years. Now we'd like to teach you the business skills that help you to continue to be that successful person that we'd like you to see you be. Our philosophy is we'd like to see joy and wealth. We don't think you're very happy if you don't have enough money. And so we'd like you to earn a good living and be able to take care of yourself and your family. And this is a long-term pursuit. If I don't have your attention by now, let me close with something. There are about 45,000 contractors in the CCB. At any given point in time, they have between 4,000 to 6,000 contractors either renewing, applying, quitting, leaving at a given point in time. That should tell you the turnover. A lot of people go into this business, and once they get into it, they realize it's more complex than they had thought. So we'd like to be sure you have the information that allows you to decide. Maybe you have passed the test and you think maybe I need to wait a little. I need to save some. I had a contractor who actually saved for an entire year. He's sailing along very well right now. If he had gone into business a year ago, he would have been one of those 9 out of 10 who don't make it because he didn't have enough capital to operate his business. Only you know where you're at, and let us help you evaluate when's a good time, what you'd like to do. Best of all, keep your day job. There is a window. it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks to hear back from the CCB, best case, if your application is done correctly and all of the supporting documents are correct. It isn't just COVID. They do a thorough background check, and they want to make sure that you are going to be a responsible contractor and live up to your commitments to customers. So it's more than just this class. Plan on taking some time and doing things right. You don't have to look over your shoulder and wonder if you're going to get a fine or get in trouble. You have played by the rules. Those are the contractors that right off the bat stay in business. We look forward to working with you. Thank you for your time. I wish you every success. And again, I'm very proud that you've set aside the time to do it right. A lot of illegal contractors are out there, but good for you for deciding I'm not going to be one of them. Again, it's Diana Turney, and I'm delighted to see you today. And I look forward to working with you in time. Take care and have a safe and great rest of today. I know there are more topics yet to come your way. Thank you. Bye-bye.